guys, my name is Jenna. Welcome to my channel and welcome to today's class. We are doing a 30-minute Barre Express class today. You don't need any equipment. All you need is a chair of some sorts or something to lean against. A chair, whatever you have in the home available. And this is going to be a 30-minute burn. Let's get into it. We're going to start with our warm-up. So you can take it into a nice second position. Turn those toes out about 45 degrees. Bring those arms out to the side. We're going to lower in that second position. And then as you lift, reach those arms all the way up to the ceiling. So we lower and lift. Think about sitting your weight in your heels. We're pressing those knees back. So we plie and stretch nice and tall. Plie and stretch. Good. And reach. For 7. For 6. For 5. 4. For 3. For 2. Last one. Good. Bring it down, holding that second position. We're going to reach it over to one side. Bring it down to the ground. Other side. And bring it up. So we're tracing around the world. Reach it over. Bring it down to the other side. Come back up. Great job. 2 more times. Reach. Stretch it over. Bring it down and around. Other side and up. Last time, we're really working that spine, stretching down here, bring it to the side, reach it up. Good job. We're going to pulse, holding that second position. Press those knees back. Great job. Hold it here for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Great job. We're going to go second, tap it front with that foot. So second and tap, second, tap. Keeping those arms at shoulder height. We're squeezing here at the top, lower, tap. Really get all the way low, feel that stretch. Lower, squeeze, good. We have 4, for 3, for 2. Great job, last one. Hold it here, we're gonna lift that leg up and lower. Lift, lower. Bracing that core as you lift. We're keeping your legs straight for 4, for 3, 2. Good, let's bend that knee into an attitude. Bend and lift. Really utilizing that core to lift the knee up. Here for 4, for 3, for 2. Good, hold here at the top. Ooh, little pulses, find that balance. For 4, for 3, for 2, 1. Great job. Back to the second position and tap side to side here. Second, tap front. Second, tap. Get low. Feel that stretch at the bottom. Great job. 2 more. We're going to hold on this next side. Lift up and down. Great job. Lift that leg. Our toes are slightly turned out. Bracing that core. Lift, lower. We have 4, for 3, for 2, 1. Let's bend that knee. Bring it up into an attitude. We lift. Lift and lower. Great job. We're here for 4, for 3, for 2. Hold here at the top. Little pulses. Pulse it up. For 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Great job. Bring it back to that second position. Hold it low. We're stretching over. Reach it to one side. Feel that side stretch. Bring it up. Turn those shoulders to face the diagonal and then hinge forward. Stretch with a flat back. Bring that front arm forward. Reach through the fingertips here. Beautiful. We're gonna lower, walk those hands to the other side. Same thing, let's stretch it over into a deep side stretch. Reach, reach, reach. Beautiful. Bring it up, turn those shoulders, hinge forward, flat back. Bring that front arm, reach the fingertips here. Really stretching forward. And then we lower both hands to the floor, bending those knees, and then we straighten. So we bend all the way, pressing the palms into the floor, lower, and straighten. Beautiful, 2 more. We lower, bend the knees, straighten. Last one. Good, slight bend in the knees. We're gonna slowly roll up, and then roll those shoulders back. Beautiful job. Let's head to the edge of our mat. Shake out those legs for me. We're gonna do a quick little warm up on the floor as well. So this is gonna be our plank series, okay? Don't be scared. By the term planks, there's plenty of modifications. All right, we're gonna go into a forward, so set up with your feet on the edge of your mat with the heels touching the edge, go into a forward fold. So, rounding that spine. And reaching for those toes with a slight bend in the knees. We're gonna bend one knee, straighten the other, and then switch. Again, switch, we're just switching side to side, feeling that stretch all along the back of the leg that has the heels to the floor. We're really feeling that. Good, and then do a slight bend with both your knees. Walk those hands out into a plank position. We're holding this plank position nice and strong. You got it. So hands right underneath our shoulders. We're gonna bring those feet in to a bear position. So bring it into that bear position. We're holding here. We're just gonna do little taps. So we lower the knees and lift. Lower and lift. Great job. We're really bracing that core, keeping that neutral spine. We lower and lift. Lower and lift. We have 4. For 3. For 2. Great job. Last one. Now we're going to do alternating sides with a little twist. We lower, up. Other side, up. So we do a little twist and lift. Twist and lift. We're here for 4. For 3. Ooh, you got it. For 2. 1. Great job. We're going to step back into that plank position. Holding that plank nice and strong. We're going to stretch it back to a downward dog and then bring it back to a plank. Stretch it back for 2 and then plank for 2. Great job. Stretch back for 2 and plank for 2. We're here for 3 and plank. Really bracing that core as you lower into that plank. Last one. Great job. We're going to pull one knee in center and then bring it back out. Pull the other knee in and out. Knee to belly button here. Extend. You got it. Pull it in. Extend. We're going at a slower pace, really engaging that core. For 4. Good. Alternating sides. For 3. For 2. Great job. Last one. Both feet come down. Bring those knees down. Stretch it back into a child's pose. So sit back in those hips. Stretch out the shoulders and stretch that lower back. You can roll out your wrists here. Give it a couple rolls. And then bring it up on all 4s. We're going to do a couple cat and cows. So you're going to arch your back, lift your head up to the ceiling, and then round your spine, pushing through your hands. Great job. Again, arch that back, lift your head up, round the spine, Hold that stretch. Beautiful. Let's find that neutral spine. So we're looking for that flat back. Hold that here. Walk your hands forward an inch. Bring those hips forward into a cobra. Lift your head up to the ceiling. Take a few deep breaths here. And then fold those toes under. Stretch it back into a downward dog. Bending one knee at a time. Alternating sides. Great. Then a slight bend in both your knees. Let's walk those hands back in. And then slowly roll it up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Last thing on those shoulders, we roll them up and back. And right back to where we started. Beautiful job. Feel free to grab some water, and then we are heading to the bar or the chair. So you can go ahead and grab that chair or bar, and you can put your mat to the side. We won't be needing this until the very end when we finish with the best part, the core section. We are side facing our chair or our bar here. We're going to set up in a second position. We're going to still start with some second position pliés. So we lower and we lift. Lower and lift. Beautiful job. For 4. For 3. For 2. Good. Last one. Bring it back down to that second position plie. We're holding it here. We're going to lift that outside ankle and then lower, then that inside ankle. Lower. We lift, lower. Other side, lower. Good. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Great job. We're going to lower in that second position. Lift both those heels. You lift. Bring those heels down. Again. We lower, lift, up, and down. We lower, lift the heels. Lift, down. Great job. We're here for 4. For 3. For 2. Last one. Ooh, great job. Hold it low. We're pulsing here in that second position. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. We bring it to a curtsy. So we go from second position to a curtsy lunge. We go second into a curtsy. Great job. So our toes are still turned out in that curtsy. And we're pressing those knees out on the diagonal. And second. Good job. We have curtsy and second. Bring in curtsy and second. Good. 2 more here. And second. Last one. Good. 2 pulses this time. Or sorry, 3 pulses. We go 1, 2, 3. Bring it back. 1, 2, 3. Bring it back to second. For 1, 2, 3. Lift up to curtsy. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, great job. 1, 2, 3 in second. Bring it behind. 1, 2, 3. 2 more. Woo! Those legs are burning. 1, 2, 3. Last one. For 1, 2, 3. To curtsy. Beautiful job. Bring it up. Switch that chair or turn around on your chair. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. So we're starting in that second position. Turn those toes out. And bring that arm. We're going to lower into our second position. We lower, lift up. Lower and lift. We're here for 4. For 3. For 2. For 1. Great job. Bring it down. We're holding that second position. Lift that outside heel, lower. Inside heel, lower. You got it. Staying low, make sure you're not lifting up. We're here for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Beautiful job. We're gonna lower, lift both those heels, lift up, lower. Great job. Whew. It's a little balance challenge. That's why we have the chair, okay? So we are holding on to that chair. Really squeezing at the top, finding that balance and stability through the core. Ooh, you got it. We're here for 4, for 3, for 2, last one. Good, bring it down, we're pulsing. Hold it here, stay low. Great job, pulse it out. We're gonna go from second position into our curtsy. Okay, so we go second into curtsy. Bring it to the side, lower, bring it behind, keep those toes turned out, and those knees turned out. Curtsy. For 4, for 3, for 2, last one. We do 3 pulses. Here we go for 1, 2, 3. Bring it to curtsy. 1, 2, 3. Good. 1, 2, 3. Lift. 1, 2, 3. That lift in the center should feel really nice. Little break. Lift. 1, 2, 3. Almost there. You got it. You're doing amazing. Keep it up. 2 more. 3 for 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Last one. 1, 2, 3. We lift. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Nice job. And that static hold of the arm really also gets you. So shake out those arms and those legs. Beautiful, beautiful job. We have one more really quick section before we head down to the mat for our floor section. So don't quit on me yet. You're doing great. We're going to be doing a little bit of side lying and squats. So we're starting side facing the bar. Go ahead and lean over to the bar. So we're laying on our side, tilted over. And our hips, our knee here stays in line with this knee here. All in that one plane here. We're gonna lift that arm, or lift that leg, and reach that arm to the leg. We lift and lower, bracing that core, okay? We're working that core and the hip. We lift and lower. Lift, lower. We're here for 3, 4. For 3, woo! For 2, and 1. Great job. We're gonna lift once, bring it down into a squat. So we lift and squat. Great job. Lift, squat. Good. Lift and squat low. Got it. Great job. Here for 4. For 3. For 2. Last one. Great job. Bring it back to that sideline. We're going to keep that arm lifted this time and just pulse that leg up. Pulse. For 4. For 3. For 2. 1. Bring it down. Beautiful. See, that's short and sweet. We love it. A little bit of hip action, okay, as well as the glutes with those squats. Love it. It's okay. Just stop. We'll go to the next side. Okay. All right, let's get it. So, facing the other direction, lay your forearm on the bar. Tilt it over. We're gonna lift that leg up and lower, bracing that core, reaching, you got it, lift and lower. Keep those knees in the same plane, you got it. Lift and lower, beautiful. We're here for 4, for 3, for 2. Okay, we're gonna add that squat. So on this next one, lift and we squat. Good. Lift and squat. Lift, squat down low. You got it. Whew. Lift and squat. 4 more. We have 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Oh, great job. All right, we're not done yet. We're lifting that leg up and pulsing. Really feeling that inside hip. Fire it up. Whew. We pulse it up. Nice and tall. You got it. For 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Bring it down. Beautiful job. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go down to the floor for our floor 4. Actually, before we do that, I'm not going to hit myself. Let's stretch out those hips. So, my favorite time, my favorite part of class. I don't miss it in any of my classes. So we're going to go into a figure 4. You can bring your ankle above your knee. We lower down. Hold that stretch here. You got it. And then switch it over. Same thing on the side. So ankle above the knee. We sit low. Stretch it out. Beautiful job. Okay, we have just enough time for a quick core section. You're on the floor for the core section. So go ahead and lay down on your mat. Make sure your back is connected to the mat the whole time. We don't want any gaps between our mat and the back, between our back and the mat here. Okay, we're starting with a single leg stretch. Now, you have the option of hugging your knee and switch and keeping that head lifted. Now, if your neck begins to give you any trouble, you can always lower your head to the floor if that's more comfortable for you. Go for it. Be my guest. Whatever feels best for you. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Adding on, we're going to do a single leg stretch. Little abduction, press that leg out, and in, we switch. Single leg stretch, press out, in, switch, press out, in. Good, keeping that tension in the core. You're doing great. Switch, press out, in, switch, press out, and in. Beautiful. For 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Both knees come in, hug, roll out your back. Beautiful job. Get a little reprieve here, and then bring both knees in, extend both legs out, reach those hands behind us, bring it in, hug the legs. We extend, bring it in, and hug. Again, make sure your back is connected to the mat. If your neck is giving you any kind of trouble, you can lower to the ground. But I want you to try and lift your head up and just brace that core instead of using your neck. You reach back, pull it in. For 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Ooh, beautiful job. All right, bring it down, both your feet to the floor. We're gonna finish with a little bridging, so go ahead. Lift those hips and lower. Pressing through the heels, your feet are parallel. We're squeezing, lower. We're scooping, squeeze the glutes, lower. You got it. Lift and lower. We're here for 4. For 3, we're engaging that pelvic floor here. For 2, last one. Hold it up here and just pulse. Moving up and down just an inch. Keeping the tension in those glutes. Lift those hands up. Hold that pulse. For 4, for 3, for 2. Keep those hips lifted. Press those knees out and in. Just a little press out. Press in. Press and in. For 8. For 7. For 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Good. Last one. We're going to alternate. We're going to do a little pulse and then a press. Pulse and press. A little lower. Squeeze out, in. Lower. Squeeze out, in. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Beautiful job. All right, lower back down on the mat. Hug those knees into your chest and roll out your back. Make sure you're hitting all 4 corners here as you're rolling out your back. Taking a couple of deep breaths. We are over with the workout. We're going to head into our cool down. So we're just going to do a little stretch here. You did such an amazing job. Make sure we're stretching out those muscles. So you can hug one knee into your chest, straighten out the other leg, roll out your ankle in both directions here. And then straighten that leg, pull it in towards your face. Bend that knee, bring that knee over to the inside of your body, straighten out those arms, and look in the opposite direction, feeling that full body twist. So we're going to stretch in our spine, our neck, shoulders. And then we're going to let that knee fall away from our body, so we're opening up our hip. You can have your palms facing the ceiling. Hold that stretch. And then you can bring that other knee, pull it into your chest, roll out your ankle in all directions. Straighten that leg, pull it in towards your face. Bend, and then bring that knee over to the inside of your body. Straighten out those arms. Look in the opposite direction here. And then you can let that knee fall away from your body, opening up your head. Bring your palms up to the ceiling here. Hold that stretch. Go ahead and sit up, nice and tall, a little shake with those legs, and then actually you can step back with your hips. Move it back on your mat, lift those arms nice and tall, stretch to the ceiling, then reach over, stretch for your toes. bring those feet together in a butterfly. Stretch it forward. And then you can take it into either a half straddle or a full straddle. Stretch it forward. Walk those hands out. Stretch it over to one side, to the side stretch. Turn towards the knee, stretch it forward. To the other side, to that side stretch. Turn towards the knee, stretch it forward. And then you can go ahead and stand up on your mat. Give me a couple full bottom rolls. So you can bring all the way forward, up, over back, good. Forward, up, back. Two more. Last one. Great job. Okay, just have those hands angled by your side. Gently twist side to side. And we can bring both hands, reach it all the way up. Big inhale. Exhale. Sides back down. Great job, you guys. Thank you so much for coming and working out and sweating with me. I hope you enjoyed today's workout. Please let me know what other workouts you'd like to see. And I will see you all in my next video.